Oh, can they hear us? Not hear us right now?
So, we were talking about Warhammer even while we were taking a break. I'm just going to regurgitate what I said.
Yeah.
We were saying, well, where do you see yourself in 5 years, Mr. Q? And I was like, popular enough to be on Henry Cavill's writing team. Boom, aim for the stars, hit the moon, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, brother.
Um,
I think his story that he's gonna do is gonna be a Primarch origin story.
no!
I think so.
No.
He has showed express interest
No.
in wanting to be a Primarch.
I know, but he shouldn't do it.
That's what he's into. Or he'll be Trajan Valoris. Dude, he loves Custodes, so that's where he would naturally land.
No.
Who do you want him to be?
I don't...
Eisenhorn?
Daddy can be whoever he wants.
Daddy can be whoever he wants. You're right.
I don't give a shit. As long as his beautiful ass isn't something. Okay. Real talk. Mm-hmm. If he wants to be a Primarch, great. More power to him.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want him to make anything that isn't 40K but palatable by a wider audience.
So what in your thoughts would that be?
So like he
In
can't.
terms of a story.
I don't think he can jump into something like the Horus Heresy. I don't think he should jump into something like Custodes and stuff. Like that's just not relatable to, I think, most audiences. For Warhammer fans, go ham.
Yeah.
We know most of it, and if we don't, we're already invested.
Yeah.
As fans.
Mm-hmm.
But if you're gonna put this on like Amazon Prime or something like that, you want to have a second season, you want to have a third season, it has to be something that normies can grasp.
Yeah.
Right? I think that if he wants to introduce Marines at some point, he should. They're the poster boys.
Yeah.
I get it. But he shouldn't start there. I don't think. That's my hot take. That's my opinion. I don't.
So I agree with you, which is why I think he should do a Primarch origin story.
Oh, okay.
So I think
Like how?
chat, correct me if I'm wrong, because my knowledge on Primarchs isn't 100%. But there are Primarchs who start from the bottom in the
Now
barrel.
they're here.
And they rise up, they overcome adversity and challenges.
It could be Angron.
Angron would be a great story. I just don't see Henry Cavill as Angron.
He doesn't have to be the Primarch. He can be any Primarch. At any point.
He can be any Primarch, yeah.
Who do you see him as?
The Lion. Or,
Really?
Or Rogaldorn. With the hair, with the makeup,
Give him white hair.
have him be Perturabo.
Peter Turbo.
Peter Turbo. With the hair, I could see him as Fulgrim or Lehman Russ.
Lemon Russ.
Yeah, like from The Witcher. I'm like, oh, you could pull off a Lehman. But does he have acting chops for it, or is like his range? I guess that's a better way of saying it. Is his range in Lehman Russ territory? I don't know.
Play a bloodthirsty psycho lapdog of the Emperor.
But I could see him being very stoic, which is why I could see him being
Rogaldorn.
Rogaldorn
I
or the
see
Lion. Yeah.
I don't know. Has he ever mentioned like Conrad Kurz?
Conrad
Get the
Kurz.
fuck out of here.
Conrad's Kurz. Makeup wise, I could see him Conrad's Kurz.
I mean, he could, yeah, but like, nah, though. And here's why. I don't want to yuck your yum here. I think your opinion can be as valid as
one of our
anybody
friends
else's.
loves Night Lords and Conrad Kurz.
so much.
So much.
I just don't see him doing it. I don't see him playing off bloodthirsty crazy.
No, I don't either.
At all.
No.
Like, I just don't see him pulling it off. But at the same time, maybe he could. But I always see him playing stoic, strong. Stoic and strong.
Okay, so here's what they do. They do a Space Marine story. They do Titus. They just do the plot from Space Marine, the video game. And the rest of, like, the relatable parts that you need is carried by the rest of the cast.
I could get behind.
Imperial Guardsmen, all that.
And being one of three Marines.
And then it's like, when Titus shows up, it's like, oh, fuck, shit's about to go down. Kind of like a reverse Homelander effect. Because when Homelander, like, I don't know if you have ever watched The Boys, but Homelander, who is the essentially evil Superman of the show, whenever he's on screen, it becomes really, really tense because he's a man who has the power to do anything he wants and get away with it.
And has shown he's willing to do it.
And he's unstable enough, and he's shown that he's capable of doing such things. So, you know, it could be a reverse effect for Titus, where it's like, he's here, it's like, oh god, the poor bad guys. They don't stand a chance right now.
Oh man,
no.
he's about to pull some Doom guy shit.
Yeah.
On a lot of people.
Yeah.
Yeah, he does. He does always play good guys. So that's why, like, I don't want to typecast him. If he thinks he can play Conrad Kurz,
I think the only time he's played a bad guy was in that Mission Impossible movie. But even then, it was still he's playing Henry Cavill. You know, like he's playing his normal character.
Stoic, handsome,
calm. Yeah.
I don't know if handsome's something you play up, but he is.
Dude, he's,
as I've said, very.
Yeah.
Henry Daddy could be anybody he wants. You know what I want? I want like what's that movie? 1917?
Uh-huh.
I want 1917 meets Warhammer. Okay?
Oh, that would be a great format.
That'd be fantastic. I don't care who the enemy is. It could be Chaos.
Yeah.
I mean, I think that's the obvious boring choice, but I understand it. I think that's who it'll be. But it could be anybody. It could be orcs. It could be Nids. It could be, like, you know, follows a guardsman literally through... What the fuck does a guardsman go through in a 48-hour, 72-hour period? It's going to be a lot, and it's going to be a lot like that. It's going to suck. It's going to suck, and I think that would be a beautiful way of getting to show so many different aspects of Warhammer and the lore and the wars they fight in glimpses without overstaying their welcome.
Yeah.
So, one of the scenes could be, he shows up, he's helping a Space Marine take out some enemies. You actually get to see, holy shit, Space Marines are insane. And he's like, cool, we did this. We're going to move on with our mission now because we still have to go do X mission or something. I think that would be that'd be a very, sorry. I think that would be like a very palatable thing for people who aren't aware of Warhammer. Personally, I don't know. That's my hot take.
I'd like there to be scenes that aren't necessarily relevant to the plot, but sort of give like a more view, like opening a window into the 40K universe, like it's a shot of an astropath, piloting a ship and losing his mind. And, like, you as a viewer, you're like, what did we just see right there?
But as a fan, you're like
oh!
He just lost his fucking mind.
Yeah.
They just fried him. We need a new one. Pull him up from the Briggs.
Like, it's the ship pulling in from the warp, and it goes to a cut of the astropath, losing his mind. You're like, what? And then it's just back to Henry Cavill doing whatever he was doing.
Yeah.
I would love to see little clips like that.
Little nods, but they're story relevant.
Yeah,
right? It's like, this is how this actually works.
Like, it would make sense for this, like, to be in there.
Yeah.
At that moment. Is it 100% necessary to the plot? Nah. But it would be cool.
Is it necessary that I drink my own urine? No, but it's sterile and I like the taste.
Actually, yeah, that's another good, like, 40K, like, movie or short or episodic, like, type deal. TV show. don't know why I was trying
Elevator
like
pitch. Expendables meets 2010 Predator, Catachin Jungle Fighters. Dude, that'd be dope. That'd be really dope.
Yeah.
I think... I'm just... As a fan, I'm just so scared of him doing something that's too safe. As a viewer, like, as a general viewer, I get it.
Yeah.
But as someone who's a fan, I'm like, man, I am so fucking tired of chaos. I'm so tired of chaos. But I get why they can't do Tau. I get it.
Yeah.
Like, Tau is literally alien. Like, it's just... People are going to be like, this is a weird-ass sci-fi. But then you put something like metal as hell, chaos cultists, and demons and stuff, and people are going to be like, no, I get that, though. Like,
yeah.
There's a book about that shit. It's called the Bible.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I think people
agree.
would...
I think people would understand that and see it being more familiar first. I could see orcs being in there too.
Orcs would be
orcs would be like a good episode 1 villain where it's like, we're just finishing them off. Now here's chaos.
These are just one of the enemies we have to deal with, and they're huge and they're scary, and they have to deal with them regularly.
Yeah.
But now that they're done, we have to move on somewhere else because the threat is never ending for the Imperium.
Yeah.
So it's like, maybe they pick up a whole bunch of Imperial Guardsmen and Space Marines, and they're like, all right, new battlefield, who dis?
Yeah, I hope they do a good job of like the scale at least. 40K.
Yeah, I do too.
I like to see a planet blown up.
I think Exterminatus has to happen once.
Has to happen once.
It has to happen once. I want to see it.
Yeah.
And here's the thing. I would love to see the variant Exterminatus. Like,
oh yeah,
virus bombs instead of just the the fucking nuke coming down and blowing up the planet.
Yeah.
Not a core cracker.
There's that one bomb that literally just incinerates the entire planet.
Exactly.
That would be cool to see. Also, I'd like to see like other races' version of that. Like, it would be cool to see like a Tyranid fleet just encompassing the entire planet. You just see nothing but like a swarm
like
surrounding
locusts.
the planet. And then you see like a ship just with Titus or Henry Cavill in it. Just looking at it like
Henry Daddy
in it. Just, there's nothing we could do. And he would be right. You can't do anything against that.
Yo, I'm channeling my inner Cryptman. Let's waste that planet. That's gone.
It's gotta go.
It's gotta go, guys. It's not okay. It is not alright. But I'm excited, okay? Someone who can't help himself talking about Warhammer when he's on the job of other movies and other sets. He's like, man, that looks like a black starship.
Oh, you said it looked like a Blackstone Fortress. And
yeah.
And I agreed. I was like, yeah, that looks like...
No, you're right, though. But, like, he's in the middle of an interview, and he's like... Shh.
He's like, I haven't been able to share this with anyone.
Look at that. It just catches me off guard. It's a Blackstone Fortress.
Henry Cavill, if you're watching this, and I was working on that set, I too would have thought.
I too would have thought that. That's a fact.
That is a fact.
Hashtag facts.
What if he got to keep it?
I don't know, man.
Because you know how these actors do, stealing these props and stuff.
I don't want to shit on Henry Cavill because I don't think he deserves it. But, like, people were like, man, he quit The Witcher, and he was like, I'm going to be Superman, and then he got fired.
Mm-hmm.
And everybody's like, oh, no, man, that sucks. It's like, dude, he's an actor, okay? This shit is he's got millions. He's going to be fine.
He's going to be fine.
He's fine. It's not like you're going from, like, your $40,000 job to your $50,000 job, and then all of a sudden that proposition gets taken from you. How am I going to pay my bills?
I think a lot of people would feel the same way.
Like,
it's like, you'll be all right.
You'll be fine, dude.
You're doing a...
But then he was like, you know what? Exactly. Now he's like, you know what? Fuck it. I'm going to do Warhammer because the guys at GW loved me. And I have the star power to do it.
Yeah, I bet the whole operation stopped when he showed up to Warhammer World. Like,
yeah.
All right, get Duncan out here, get Peachy out here, get all the boys. We need to do the best tour possible. Everyone out. No one's allowed playing Warhammer right now.
You're
all out.
We need a cup holder. What's that? Someone who's gonna carry his gigantic balls to the studio. We need one of them too.
Stupid.
We need a fluffer just in case he's ready.
Mhm.
We need, and we're gonna give him a personal tour. Someone get the Pelican.
We're gonna put the
carry
work
him.
in. We're gonna put the work in workshop today, boys.
We're putting in overtime.
Y'all are. But I'm happy.
Dude, and you know what? Everyone was like, "Yes, sir." They didn't.
They're like, oh, for Henry Cavill, of course, naturally. Who else?
who else?
I'm sure Duncan was like, man, no one did that for me. It's like, yeah, dude, but like,
Yeah.
have you seen him? Like, look at him. He's Henry Cavill. He's Superman. I don't know. Hot takes.
Hot takes.
Hot takes, my guys. Hot takes.